Hey there, my name is Martha, and if you're new, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. Got this big smile on my face because it's been a minute. It's been a minute. I don't know that there's many times where I haven't had a video in over a week, but I've got a lot of empties here. I've got bags and bags of empties and one unempty. I think that's it. A couple of clamshells. So I am excited to share what I warmed and used up, and then we'll get into what I warmed. I will say that I had my October melting basket. This is what I have left, so not too much, just like 3 tubs. Well, it sounds like a lot, but I usually at least try to warm. Like I already warmed pumpkin pie pound cake, so I could roll it over. I feel like I've done my job if I at least warmed it, even though I didn't finish it. But I have a number of, this is mostly Teddy B's, and six souffles, one sampler left from Rose Girls, and one of Luke's Diner from Zape, which I did warm, I think, the first week of October. So, just kind of saving this since this is a coffee scent. It's once a week, maybe I'll warm it. So I didn't do too bad. And the month is not over, but for me, it almost is. I only have 4 more days of warming, and then I am going to be, so excited on a trip. And so you won't see me again. You might see one more video from me of a vlog packing kind of trip, video, not trip. And then come November, I will be back. And then I will do my monthly update, and I'll probably share some stuff. I might have a vlog. Lots of stuff potentially coming in November when I'm back. If you're interested in Japan or going to Japan, I can talk about my trip when I get back, and maybe have a vlog in between. I don't know what's going to happen, but if you are interested in any of those things, then make sure that you're subscribed. Notification button is on, and then I'll pop up when I'm ready. So let's get started with what I warmed the past 2 weeks. Okay, as usual, I do timestamp all the vendors, and I try to do it in order by vendor. I did use up 3, or almost, I think there's 1 in here, of Scentsy, and then I've got mostly Teddy B's, Britta's, I think some Knowles Farm scents, and some Rose Girl, so a little assortment today. Berry Bright, this is from May of 2023 when I got this. This is a Scentsy kind of summer scent that they have. I was house sitting, so I didn't have as many warmers, hence no video last week, and I brought a few things, and some things were there. It's my house, but I wasn't here. Long story, but anyway. So I have some stuff there. I have some stuff here. Most of my stuff is here. And Berry Bright, I warmed one day when it was warm. We're still in that kind of, today is gorgeous. So we're still in this, is it fall? Is it still summer lingering? But warmed it. And this is not really a me scent. And as I was warming this, and I had been warming fall scents, mostly fall scents now. And I'm thinking, gosh, I am just a fall winter girl. And for a second there, I'm thinking, should I just get rid of my spring summer club? Am I passionately in love with those scents, or they're just scents that I really enjoy warming that time of year because it's not really my favorite time of year. So that's how I felt about this one. I thought this was extra. Kind of is very strong. You get the blue raspberry, which reminds me of the Icy's blue raspberry kind of scent. And it was very strong. I only had this in 2 warmers in a house, a house with high vaulted ceilings. And I don't think that house gets a lot of wax melting throughout the day. So I'll call it kind of like a virgin house in that sense. And so I was actually surprised at how well wax warmed and through in a bigger house, like a 2-story house. And the living room part of it is vaulted right all the way to the top. So I was just really surprised. And then I'm in the kitchen, around the corner, and I'm like, I can smell this. So it was a good performer. but not my kind of scent. It's like a blue raspberry scent. It's okay. But anyway, that was that. Same with these two. Autumn Stroll, warmed it in. So I have a Harry Potter warmer over there. The book one came out maybe 2 years ago. And then another one that's like a small cylinder Scentsy warmer, both Scentsy warmers. And I warmed the Scentsy bars in that. And Autumn Stroll is a great performer for me here in the apartment here, but also a great performer in that home. Again, I think it could be that it's, I don't know, I'll call it a virgin home. I mean, you know what? It's just not used to so much scent in there. And so it really threw very well when I was like working from the kitchen table when I was working from home. So Autumn Stroll is one that I love. I love the scent. It is in my club and so good. It does have a little bit like it's spice, definitely has a red cinnamon kind of hot spice to it, but it's also got this warmth. I don't know if this one is the one that has frankincense. I think there is frankincense in this or something. There's just such a warmth and coziness from this scent. I love this scent. It just filled everything, filled the home, and I absolutely loved it. So that is Autumn Stroll. I used it basically 4 cubes on 2 different occasions. So that's how I used the clamshells. I didn't use like a whole clamshell all at once. And then Hemingway, another one. These both came out during the same Bring Back My Bar back in 2023. This one is ripe apples, sandalwood, cedar, and hints of spice. Hemingway is another love of mine in my club, and this is like, for me, fall. I can smell the ripe apples. They're sweet. I do get the warmth of the cedar and the sandalwood, and I do get a little spice. So Hemingway is just another love of mine. Performs fantastic whether I warm it in that house or here in my apartment. That is Hemingway. So those are the 3 Scentsy ones that I use. Let's start with, you know what? Let's see. I warmed a lot of the Haunted Library sample scents from Rose Girls. So I will do that maybe last. Okay, here we go. All right, let me talk about Teddy Bees next. So I have a couple empties from Teddy Bees. So I warmed Old World Apothecary back at the house. I use tea light warmers for the Teddy Bees just because it usually does need a little more lift, although this was a really good performer. I warmed it here in the apartment as well and at the house, and this was a souffle. So this is Old World Apothecary, which I can never read the text on here. This is dark cypress, fallen leaves, charred firewood, mold, citrus, amber, fallen snow, balsam, hints of warm spice, and vanilla. So it's got a lot in here. What I got from it was that charred firewood. Definitely get some of that char. Now, it's like smoky, but it's not like super smoky, but it's got really a charred wood kind of scent to it, which I think really brought this old world to it, along with some of the leaves. I really didn't get the citrus or the vanilla. I mean, there's a lot in here, or fallen snow necessarily. I got some of that dark cypress, so there's a warmth to it. I got some amber in here. It does smell dusty. It's almost got like a dustiness to it. I don't know what it is, all mixed up, but there is like this old, dusty kind of apothecary smell to it. So I love how Teddy Bees takes these, for me, really like ambiance type of melts, right? It's like it takes you somewhere, and I felt like, and I've read a book called The Lost Apothecary, right? So for me, I was like, I'm in this like old world, dusty, there's an older lady in there's a bunch of bottles and things. Like, it does make me feel that way, and I love that. With the tea light warmers, it did perform very well, and it performed well here. By well, with Teddy Bees, I'd say like a solid medium performance. I liked this scent like I said, I enjoyed it, but then after a while I was like, all right, you know, I don't know that I want to melt this again like tomorrow or this week. So it's probably not one that I would repurchase, but I am enjoying it. So I hope you know what I mean. There are just some scents like I'm enjoying it, but like, do I have to repeat it and have it again and again? No, but I did like that it kind of took me somewhere. So that is Old World Apothecary. And that was really nice. Okay, Witchy Woman. So this one is, let's see, worn flannel. I tried. I tried not to put my glasses on. Okay, warm flannel, blackberries, and boardwalk marshmallow clouds. This is from June of 2023. Now this one I loved. This one I loved as well. This I did use tea light warmers, and again, it performed really well with my tea light warmers. I think without them, I'd get like a solid. If I were to use my Scentsy warmers here in a smaller space, like my apartment, I'd say I'd probably get a medium performance out of this. I did get the blackberries in there, which I do love blackberries, the boardwalk marshmallow cloud. And I did get that warm flannel. So the warm flannel, if you're familiar, what is warm flannel? It's so hard to say, right? I know that there's flannel at Bath and Body Works that people are probably familiar. So it's got that kind of slightly unisex type of scent to it, but it's cozy. It's, how do I explain warm? It's like a darker cotton. It's not that, like, cotton I really love because it's clean and fresh, and that's not this. This is more like maybe a little slightly masculine, slightly, that just has a lot of warmth to it. It was a beautiful scent because I love blackberry, and that blackberry brightened the warmth a little bit, and so I enjoy this one a lot. This is one I would repurchase because I really did like this one a lot. So that is Witchy Woman, and this is from June of 2023. And then this one here is Holiday in Halloween Town. I warmed this yesterday here and again this morning. So I really did like this scent. This one is from July of 2024, so it's a little over a year old. It's dried fried churros. So good. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Cinnamon sugar. I definitely get that cinnamon sugar. It's a sweet cinnamon, not like, but you get that little bit of spice, like sweet spice to it. You get the fried churros for sure. The warm donut. So this is a cozy, yummy bakery scent. And you do get that creamy, a little bit of eggnog. And it's not something that I would say it's like, ooh, that's eggnog. But it's adding a little, how do you explain eggnog? I just love the smell of eggnog. So it's adding some of that to there, and then roasted marshmallows. So everything about this scent is just yummy goodness. Like it's so good without being too bready. I think it's because you get that kind of sugared cinnamon. You get a little bit of that eggnog. Oh, I love that. I love eggnog too. So I love this one. It's performing medium in my Scentsy warmers. I'm not using tea lights with this. It's like just right in the middle as far as like throw and performance. I'm happy with the performance I'm getting. I used half of it yesterday and half of it today. So I had it in like three Scentsy warmers downstairs, and I love it. It's just, I go downstairs and it's just like, you just want to breathe it in because it's so good. So that's Holiday in Halloween Town from Teddy Bees. Okay, let's get into, I had a really good, like, was this like 2 weeks? I guess like a week and a half, 2 weeks. I really loved from Britta's The Fog. This is a repurchase. I would buy this again. I love this scent. It's so beautiful. This is Beach Nights and Autumn Day. I had a souffle of this. I warmed this. Where did I warm this? I warmed this at the house. I put it in tea lights because at first that's kind of what I was using. You get the Beach Nights, which has like some sweetness to it, a little marshmallow to it. But the Autumn Day is not leaves. It's like a beautiful, sunny, bright day, kind of like today, but maybe there's a little more crispness in the air. Like it's like you could feel the warmth of the sun, but then there's some crispness in the air. It's not like dirt, old, crunchy leaves, but you do get a little bit of the leaves scent, but it's lighter and brighter versus like heavier and thick and like mixed with a little dirt or like wet leaves. Like it's not that. It's just such a clean, beautiful, fresh air. Like there's fresh air in here mixed with that scent of a little bit of leaves, like leaves, but not leaves that have fallen, not like dead leaves. They're like leaves that are still in the tree. Like a breeze is, going through the trees and you just get this nice smell. Slightly a little bit of woodsiness from like branches, but leaves, but then there's still this fresh air. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I love this scent. This is the Fog from Britta's. Performs really good for me. I don't need tea light warmers necessarily, but I only had like half of a souffle left that I'd used at the house. So I love the scent. So I wanted to pump it up. So this is the Fog from Britta's. Absolutely would get that again. It's beautiful. Then we have Don't Let the Bed Bugs Bite. This is lavender, pink berry, tonka, and pink sugar. This was poured June of 2023. So definitely over 2 years old. And I warmed this in this bedroom. So it was a little ghosty shape, I think. I warmed it here in the bedroom and it was nice. Not like I must have love, not like the Fog. I got a lot of the pink berry. I got some lavender. It wasn't necessarily a sweet lavender and it wasn't an herbal. It was just kind of just lavender. And I got a little bit of the pink sugar, but mostly I got a lot of pink berry. So kind of the pink sugar and then like a berry scent to it. It was fine. Like it was nice, but not like anything that I absolutely have to have. So that's Don't Let the Bed Bugs Bite. Okay. Let's move on to Knowles Farm Scents. So from Knowles Farm Scents, I warmed Calm Down Jamal. So I finished this. This is from October of 2023. So this is 2 years old. This is Sugar Cookie Royal and Strawberry Pound Cake. I'm going to say it. I love his strawberry pound cake. So I did enjoy this a lot, but here's the thing. I might be getting a tiny bit tired of his strawberry shortcake, just a little. So I gotta, I think need to like not warm that scent for a while, but I have so much of it. But it's really good. I mean, I love his strawberry pound cake, but this was probably one where I might have not been so much in the mood to warm it. If that makes sense, I might enjoy it a little more in March or something. I love his sugar cookie as well, but this is Sugar Cookie Royal. So it was a good bakery scent. Performs fantastic for me. Like his wax really works in my home. So I enjoyed it. I have another bag of it, which I'll save for, later on. But 2 years old, performed great, cures really well. I have a ton of Knowles Farm scents, and I'm not mad about it because it just cures really well. I don't feel like it loses its scent, and this is exactly what it says it is. Strawberry pound cake, which I love, and his Sugar Cookie Royal. So it was a good one, but I think I was just melting it because it was in my basket. Okay, let's get cozy. This is Cocoa Butter Cashmere and Palo Santo. This is from November of 2023, so almost 2 years old. And this is a great scent. I think this is a repurchase because I know I've definitely warmed this before. You get a lot of the cocoa butter cashmere. So if you like that cocoa butter kind of scent, you do get a lot of that in this. And then I really like his Palo Santo as well. I love Palo Santo. It's like I never know how to describe this one. It's woodsy, but like sweet and maybe a touch smoky. His Palo Santo, I think there's lots of variations of Palo Santo from vendor to vendor. His is a little more on the masculine side, but I love that. Just a teeny bit. I don't think it's overly masculine. It's just a teeny bit, but I like it. And so this, I got a lot of the cocoa butter, lots of it, and the cashmere. So it's that warmth and coziness to it. And then you get that Palo Santo, which just adds like greater depth. And so let's get cozy. Great performer for me. I warmed it here in the bedroom yesterday and I'm warming it again today. So that's Knowles Farm Scents. Okay. last but not least, I got the most here. This is Rose Girls. Okay, let's do the bigger bags first. Shadow Queen. This is Lord of Misrule, Marshmallow Fireside, Tobacco and Vanilla Bourbon. This is from December of 2023. And this was one that came highly recommended. I watched lots of videos. Back in 2023, I was hauling like crazy. And so I got this one. And even when I first smelled it on cold, I think it's not a scent that I love. I appreciate it. I liked it okay, but I think it's the Lord of Misrule that is just okay. Or the tobacco. I like vanilla bourbon though, and I like tobacco. So maybe it's just the mixture, because I think I warmed another one with Lord of Misrule in here this week that I really did enjoy. So I think it's just what it was combined with. This is dark, deep, rich, almost like a library with a dark wood, and people have smoked in there, That's kind of the scent I'm getting. Lord of Misrule, my understanding, is a lush scent, so maybe you're more familiar with that, but overall this is kind of dark, rich. I do get that tobacco. So it was okay for me, and it's always been an okay scent. I've kind of worn this throughout the 2 years. So that's Shadow Queen. Here's a scent that I have repurchased multiple times from Rose Girls, and I love, and this is Salem. Salem, this particular bag is from October of 2023. This is pumpkin pecan waffles, campfire marshmallows, vanilla sandalwood. If you like pumpkin pecan waffles, you will love this scent. That's the predominant note in here. But then you got the marshmallow, and then you got the vanilla sandalwood, and I also love sandalwood. So you've got a richness from that sandalwood, you've got a creamy sweetness from the marshmallow and the pumpkin pecan waffles, which has, it's like a pumpkin, it's really like waffles, like a bakery, like a diner scent, like a, that kind of scent. So it's sweet, creamy, and then you've got the sandalwood that adds depth to it. I do love Salem. This has been a repurchase multiple times, but I feel like you can get this kind of scent from a lot of places just because so much of it is the pumpkin pecan waffles. And that's another one that I do need to watch out for, because I bought a lot of it over the past 2 years. So again, my nose changes and evolves. I love this. I repurchased this, I think at least 3 times. I think I'd give it a break before I repurchased it again. So I will eventually, but I think I just want to see how my nose is evolving. Okay, now these are all from the Haunted Library sampler that I got earlier this year. So this one here is Liars in the Haunted Mansion. This is Liar Liar Pants on Fire, which is oak moss, rain, bonfire, freshly cut grass, leather, leaves, like the Bath & Body Works type, and Haunted Library. I think Haunted Library, I don't know what kind of wood it is. I think when I was chatting with Steph from Steph Loves Life, she thought it was rosewood. I was too lazy to go look it up, but it could be. It is a little bit of a sweeter, powdery kind of woodsy note. So for me, I like powdery scents, but I do get powdery notes to this Haunted Library mix. Now this one, I do get the rain, which I love. I do get oak moss, which I love. That's also another scent note that you find a lot in colognes. I like that kind of stuff. I did get the fresh cut grass, and she has a great fresh cut grass. I remember I warmed like an Easter eggs one earlier this year, and that had fresh cut grass. So I do love her rain, fresh cut grass. There's a lot of things from Rose Girls that I think she does, like those, whatever oil she's using, it's like, that's perfect. It's not too grass with dirt, it's just really authentic. And so I enjoy this a lot. It's because of that, the fresh cut grass, the oak moss, the rain, and then that powdery woody note that lingers as a base note at the end. It's kind of what sticks around the longest. This I warmed in my bedroom, and I'm warming a little piece of it in the bathroom, and this lasted over a day. So I've been really, really impressed as I'll talk through the rest of these Haunted Library samples. they've lasted a day, day and a half, or more than a day, I should say. Day and a half, 2 days. So I've been really, really happy with the sampler. Again, I picked it up earlier this year, maybe in April, I think I might have bought it. So it's not super old, but I really enjoy that one. Then we have Lavender Haze at the Haunted Library. And this was also fantastic. Warmed this one in bedrooms. This is where I warmed it, but it was, and I might have warmed it down at the house downstairs as well, but also in the bedroom. Kind of warmed this a lot. So her samples are very generous. I really like this one. Again, got a little more powderiness in this one. The lavender was a nice, sweet lavender. There's not a lot to it, but it's a sweet lavender with the Haunted Library, which I know there's more than rosewood to it, but it's very, very nice and a little perfumey. Really, really pretty. I think I've warmed Lavender Haze just on its own before. I'm pretty sure I have. And I do like Rose Girl's Sweet Lavender. Okay, so then this is dead serious. This is leather, smoky tobacco, mahogany woods, marshmallow smoothie, and haunted library. That is dead serious. I think I warmed this 2 days ago. This one, if I remember, was okay. This one was okay, and I think I got a lot of leather. And I'm just okay with leather. It's not, sometimes I like it. I have to be really in the mood for it, but if it's very prominent, I think it just depends on how prominent the leather is. I've had some blends where it's just there, just kind of in the background, and it adds some nice depth to it. Here, it was stronger to me, a little more forward-leaning. So for that, this wasn't my favorite. It was okay. The mahogany woods also is a rich, kind of masculine, woodsy note that I like. I really do like mahogany woods as well. So this was a mix. This felt dusty, which might be the Haunted Library thing. This, instead of powdery, it got a little more like a dustiness, but a nice smelling dustiness. So, and leather. Like a purse that's got some dust on it. I think that would be it. So that's dead serious. It was all right. Okay, then this one is Haunted Boardwalk. This is Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds, the Bath & Body Works type, cotton candy frosting, and Haunted Library. This is Haunted Boardwalk. I'm trying to remember this one. This was probably like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I don't remember too much about this one. I think it was fine. I'm not a big fan of cotton candy frosting, so I think this one was just okay. I honestly can't get much of a scent from this, and I can't remember much about it, but I'm pretty sure I warmed it here in the bedrooms, and it probably just didn't leave me a lasting impression, and I don't think this was one that lingered too long. There's really like no scent in the bag, so can't say too much about that one. All right, last one here. This is Abandoned Library. This is Lord of Misrule. So I knew I'd warmed another scent with Lord of Misrule, which is lush type, patchouli, vanilla, amber, and then mixed with the Haunted Library. So this was, again, that sampler. So everything's got Haunted Library in it, which I do like. Now this Lord of Misrule, compared to Shadow Queen, maybe the Haunted Library was more prominence, or it was more balanced to me. I think with Shadow Queen, you've got tobacco, you got some heavier, darker scents, and so this one I felt the softness of the Haunted Library, the powderiness that I get from it, the sweetness that I get from it, balanced this out really nicely. So I actually like the scent quite a bit. Not enough to go looking for it or asking for it necessarily, but I did like this one. This one was a bigger bag. I think there's like 3 ounces in here as a sampler. So really, again, happy with the sampler size. I warmed this downstairs in my Scentsy warmers, and I got a slightly above medium from what I recall. And I enjoyed it. So that was Abandoned Library. So I've really been happy about warming all the Rose Girls I've been warming, because it is a vendor that I do love, and I went so overboard a couple of years ago that I did a no buy from that vendor last year. I am waiting for a haul, and I have a feeling it's going to come while I'm gone, because it's about time that it should be coming, I would think. I don't know. I need to go on the website and check. But anyway, I should be getting a Rose Girls haul pretty soon, I hope. Unfortunately, it'll probably come when I'm not here, but I'm excited about that, so I'll share that. So lots of stuff coming in November. If you stick around, like I said, I do have a haul coming from Rose Girls, and then I'm gonna have to catch up on some videos when I get back, like my monthly update, my November melting basket. Well, maybe I can pre-film that one, since, you know, I'll have time. I'll have some time. So maybe there'll be some videos. So anyway, hit the notification button so you don't miss anything, because the calendar and the days that I'm throwing videos up may just be a little erratic and all over the place. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really, really appreciate you being here. Yes, I hope you've enjoyed what you've been melting. This was a really great 2 weeks for me. I don't know if I can pick a favorite. I really loved a lot of the things that I warmed. Yeah, I don't know if I could, like the fog. I think the fog is just a love from Britta's. If I had to, like, think of one thing really quick. That was a bad thing to say, right? I don't know. What am I doing now? Oh, I don't know. Now this is when I get rambly, and I was like, if someone held the gun to your head, but I don't think those are good. Those are sayings that we grew up with, but when I was growing up, we didn't have all this gun violence, so that's probably not a good expression to say anymore. And I just caught myself, and you heard me thinking out loud. Anyway, that being said, that would be my choice for my favorite. And then my least favorite, it would be Berry Bright from Scentsy. Just that's not a scent for me. So I'm rambling now. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you soon. Maybe if you want to see, if I have time to do it, what I'm packing and taking to Japan. I've been doing a ton of research. All my YouTube time, I have certain amount of time that I allot myself to do different things, because I like to read, I gotta clean, I got, all kinds of stuff I gotta do, I gotta work, and a lot of it has been on things to know before I go to Japan. So I've been doing a ton of research. I'm super excited. I can't wait, and I hope to share some of that with you. So that's it for now. Thank you. I'll zip it. Bye-bye.